welcome back to another episode. It's All Gas, No Trash. My name's Josh, and it's good buddy Adam.
True story.
Usual suspects are here today. And before we get started on this wonderful new episode, let's observe the No Curse Minute, sponsored by Game Rage Magazine. The only magazine that doesn't actually exist.
Yes, and please like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell and notification. I don't feel like I have to remind you, but I do it anyways because
you do.
Because we just need it.
They're children. They're all children.
Yeah.
They need to be reminded. But anyways, all right. Well, I'll conclude the No Curse Minute. So thank you for doing that. And while you were sitting here during the No Curse Minute, pushing the subscribe and the like and the comment button, much appreciated in advance. Thank you. So what are we going to talk about today there, fella?
All right. So we're just going to do a bit of a discussion about Sofi O.
Oh, Sofi O. Do we have some sort of new seedy underbelly music dirt on her, perhaps?
No, I mean, more so that on her stories, she's been posting that she's been working on a song, or it looks like there's going to be a new song on the way, and this one I'm looking forward to. It's yeah, it's going to be a doozy of a track.
When's that supposed to come out?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, since we're apparently off of the pre-release train,
I don't know what happened. I don't fucking know what happened.
I don't know, man. I guess it would be nice to know, as you just questioned earlier, what was the tipping point? What was the...
I don't feel like we were too much of anything. Like, I feel like this has happened with every single person that we've somewhat developed a relationship with, not romantic, but rather professional and somewhat amiable, somewhat friendly.
Yeah.
It feels like people just drop off for whatever reason, or they go back on their word.
You know,
I really don't understand it.
I think what it is listen, it's like we've been saying, all right? You've got the comedians that aren't like so hot, but like all the hot top comedians love them. We're like that for artists, man. We're like the artists, like, I don't know, not artists or whatever, but like, yeah, we're like in that vein where they're like, damn, these guys are hilarious. We love to listen to them. They say all this ridiculous shit. But wait a minute. We probably shouldn't be associated with them because then this probably might not look. This will eventually look bad on us. Like it's like the Gelli haha thing. Not that this episode's about her, but this is an example of what I'm talking about. We've done more episodes covering her than anyone else on the internet.
Yeah, and
some asshole posts a stupid ass fucking review that's just like everything else, and she comments on it, and I'm like, that motherfucker, what? So yes, this just happens. It just happens.
Yeah, and while we're on that subject, because it is rather interesting. I don't know if we're at war with Gelli haha, and maybe we'll make a separate episode about this, but it's so what ended up happening is that Gelli haha has her own account on YouTube, but they've been releasing a lot of the stuff on Innovative Leisure, the record label. So they've been putting things on both ends. And as a result of trying to get her proper account more active, they ended up splitting the visualizer that she posted, which was the entire album with visuals that you could watch, which is a giant house, and every song would visit a different part of the house. They decided to split that fucking thing up and make each thing its own video. And as a result of that, and not that it actually adds anything, because you could just watch the whole thing on the thing that's in its entirety, the whole fucking album in one video. The fact that they split it into 10 different pieces, not really making much of a difference. Like, who the fuck would want to watch 10 different videos of the same thing when they could just watch the one video that has all 10 tracks? So it felt like an effort to suppress our shit, possibly, because there's so much. We have 11 videos that we've made about her, I think, to this point.
Yeah.
And why, like, what was the purpose of releasing 10 different videos of the same fucking thing, if not to just push us. It doesn't really matter because we're actually achieving
it's actually
more
helping
numbers.
Us, it kind of backfired. If that wasn't the plan, all right, you guys fucked up because it's definitely helping us.
Yeah, it's
quite a bit. All right.
We're actually on a better pace than we were on the previous month, and that was our personal best. Yeah, all time, and now we're gonna do it again.
And now we're gonna do it, exceed it. So thanks, I guess.
Yeah, thank you.
But back to Sofi O.
Right.
I mean, good buddy, Sofi O, eternal good buddy. I thought.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, listen, maybe she's just busy and doesn't have time to bullshit with us. But you know, Sofi probably gonna listen. Maybe. You know, let's get a little preview of that track you're working on. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, let us know you're still eternal good buddy. Because right now we're feeling kind of jaded from all the other.
You left us on read.
Yeah, man. Like
you left us on read.
And listen, I'm not one to be generally butthurt, but I am a little butthurt by that. All right. Like, fuck, man. I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
And listen, there's no ill will.
No,
all right.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big. If you send us nothing,
then that's fine.
It doesn't change anything.
You don't owe us shit. You don't owe us anything. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, saying I thought we were cool. I thought we were good buddies.
We also don't know how it works when it comes to talking about new music. If there was a embargo that we're not supposed to. But then again, this is kind of what this episode is about, right? So let me just to get the news segment out, yes, it appears that Sofi O is working on another track or has already
That's what we're talking about.
or has already put another track together, seemingly to release it in the future. And I've heard snippets of it. It sounds fucking good just from the camera phone audio that she captured. And
that iPhone.
Yeah, and I forgot what the playing style is called, but it's when you place your fingers on a guitar string, and it's just laying it on top, and it makes that ping noise. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the way the song, the guitar element is kind of structured or played, and it's very interesting, man. Like I don't know what the whole song sounds like, but it already sounds fucking good. And I think there's a choir or choral aspect which makes it even fucking better. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I think I told Josh around 4th of July or thereabouts that Sofi's old band, FIE, I don't know if they're still active, but interestingly enough, there was a track that I heard on a commercial, a US commercial that played around the time of the 4th of July. And I was like, oh, holy shit, man, that's cool. Like, I don't think I've ever heard her music featured on anything. And, you know, that to me is telling that the music is good enough. Like, her previous project was good enough to obviously be put on commercials. Like, if it can be on commercials, it can be on festivals, it can be on different things, right?
True.
But for whatever reason, I think maybe the geography of living in Norway is a little bit of a hindrance. And this is where I kind of wanted to transition to the bulk of the episode. What time is it?
8:57.
8:57. So the bulk of this episode is just going to be talking about Sofi O and also her previous project, why maybe they're not going at the pace that they should be. Like I said, she's been featured on a record label called Blue Note, which is kind of the pinnacle of jazz itself. Mm-hmm. Like, as far as people being interested in music, they see Blue Note as one of those seminal record labels that exist. And she was able to be on a project, like a compilation album, that her old band was part of. So that to me speaks, that to me says that they're capable. They're technically capable as a band, like instrumentally and vocally and everything that encompasses music. They've at least been acknowledged in that capacity. Now we have this other credit or affirmation that their music being featured on television it's good enough for that. But why hasn't it gotten to the degree that it should have, which is I've made the comparisons before that they should be somewhere along the lines of a band like Hiatus Coyote or maybe even like Little Dragon. I think she's very capable of achieving that by herself with her solo project and also her previous project, but it never got to that degree. Yes, she's been featured on things like Jam in the Band or Jam in the Van, and I think one other thing here in the US, but the thing I want to talk about is in the US, right? I think it's possible to be an artist located anywhere within the United States and make it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
But if you're international and you're trying to make your music known everywhere, I guess, like it's almost, I don't know if it's a handicap, but being from Norway, like how many bands do you hear from Norway that have international acclaim or as big as like, you know, like Dua Lipa or whatever? And it's almost like that argument of being able to be in the United States, having social media, and basically operating anywhere. It can be done, but like I think when it comes to being in a different country, it's almost possible that you won't get that notification. You won't get that notoriety because you're almost or what's the word? You're almost handicapped by your own geography in some regard. Because Norway is a smaller country with a smaller population, and maybe they're not known for R&B or funk, but it's easier to stand out. But like, who's gonna listen to some artist from that fucking area? But what thoughts do you have about like geography playing a part in the US and also internationally? Does it matter that she lives in fucking Norway as an artist? Do you think she's handicapped at all, or yeah? What do you?
Nah, I don't know. I think that's, man. This is gonna sound like I'm being an asshole, and I probably kind of am. But I think that's just an excuse. If you don't have what it takes and you don't have it, yeah, you're gonna. Oh, it's just because I was in fucking Norway, or I was in fucking Denmark, or I was in some fucking weird South African country, and I didn't have access to the internet. Okay, that's an excuse. All right, that's just oh man, that's why I didn't make it. I was hindered by my geography. Well, there's plenty of international artists that do well here in America, and there's plenty of artists that are American that do well internationally. Hell, there are some artists that never had done well in America and only do well internationally that are from America.
David Hasselhoff.
That's a prime example. All right. They love him over in fucking Europe, Germany. They love that dude. So, and he's a horrific singer. All right, in my opinion, but yet they love it. So, I think that if you are bad, you can. There's some country may fucking like your weird shit. So I think that's just kind of an excuse. It's not, you're not hindered by it. Yeah, sure, maybe you have less opportunities, which is probably true and accurate. You probably do have less opportunities, but less opportunities doesn't mean no opportunities. It's just like, you know, what are the odds of being able to steal like an F-15 from the government are zero or are low, but they're not zero.
They're not zero,
right?
yeah.
There's always still a chance.
Yeah.
No matter how slim it may be. So I think that also the thing with being foreign, though, you do have the English is like kind of spoken a lot everywhere, but it's not necessarily everybody's first language, right? That are outside of America. I
don't think that's Sophie's problem because
I don't think so either. She seems like she knows what the fuck she's doing. Oh, listen, I mean, we didn't actually physically talk to her, so sure, it could all be done through AI or Google Translate or who the fuck, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
But regardless, you doing stuff in, let's say, Norwegian or whatever, yeah, that may not do well over here, you know, in America, because we don't fucking know what the hell you're saying. Unless it's just so good that it just, you know, doesn't matter what you're saying.
Which was kind of the case for Or the Molecule. Like, she had songs that were in Norwegian.
Yeah.
It wasn't the predominant language of the album, but there was a balance between English and Norwegian.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know, that was my logic for thinking of why that was an excuse for Fie, her old band, and also her current solo project. But then again, I'm like, man, there's this fucking band from I forgot what part of South or what part of Africa they're from, but there's this band called Etron Delaire, and these motherfuckers like have an old like 1980s Toyota or some shit, and they throw all their junk in the back and they roll around in the fucking desert, and they just pull up to like different congregations of people,
and they just play.
That's
awesome.
And they've shown up in the US and they're playing on different stages and shit, but when they go back to their old country, it's going right back to playing in fucking deserts and like open markets and shit. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
It is.
Those motherfuckers don't have an excuse for their own success. So it's like,
look at Baby Metal.
Yeah,
they're from fucking Japan. All their shit's in Japanese.
Yeah,
it's fucking huge over here.
Yeah.
So good is good. Good makes it. Regardless, bad is bad. Bad sometimes makes it, even though it shouldn't.
Right. So I don't know, man. I just wanted to make this episode to vent because I really don't understand how something can be just overlooked or passed up when it's as good as I think it is. And yes, like you know, people amongst the world can decide for themselves and have their own tastes and flavors, but this thing is just undeniably awesome, and I don't want Sofi O's project to fail in some regard where like I want her to have a career in music and I want her to tour and do all those things. So this is me pleading my case on an episode of why you should listen, and you should check out her music, look it up on whatever digital stream platform, fucking listen to it. Decide for yourselves, man. I really do believe it's as good as Hiatus Coyote, and you should check it out and support it because I really do think this is like the class of R&B from Norway and just the class of R&B in general, that this band is that fucking good. And there's more songs in the way, so whenever she decides to release that single that we're talking about, you know, we'll have an episode for that. But in the meantime, check out her music, follow her on social media, and be on the lookout. And
and I think I know what you're trying to say, so let me end on punching it up a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Spicing it up a little.
Go ahead.
Throwing a little hot sauce in there, okay? Sofi O is good, right? Great, even. But as we all know, the majority of normies throughout the world are fucking stupid, all right? And they're normies. They're fucking they like this dumb shit. So let's not let the world being too fucking stupid and not understanding Sofi O. Let's not let that be the reason why it fails. All right? Let it fail because she developed some sort of a crazy drug habit, or she developed like a sex addiction to like OnlyFans, or, you know, she went on some like crazy tirade and joined like the Church of Scientology and fucking started going around. Let it end because of that. Let it fail because of that reason, not because you people are too fucking stupid to understand what's going on here. All right.
Well, basically, this is just a reminder that you can't miss out on an artist like this.
Don't be fucking stupid.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Don't be a fucking stupid ass. Go listen to Sofi O, you dumb fucks, okay? Fucking give yourself some goddamn intelligence, okay? Inject yourself with some Sofi O. You'll be smarter for it. You'll be better off for it.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, brainwash yourself. Listen to it 30 times until it starts to sink in. And when it sinks in, listen to it more.
Yeah, and then tell me you don't like it, because I'll look at you and say, you, sir, are a liar. So, anyways, all right.
That's it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Go listen to Sofi O. And Sofi O, maybe don't leave us on read next time. Anyways, everyone else can go fuck yourselves. Sofi O, you're still eternal good buddy for now. Possibly. We'll see.